It's time to talk about the iPhone 17. Maybe it will suit everyone because it's almost a Pro version, just without the telephoto lens, a different USB version, but it's still a flagship and also starts at 256 gigabytes. I look at all this and I don't understand how Google plans to sell the 10th version of the Pixel phones if the regular 10 costs $800. That's the same amount of money as for an iPhone, except here you get 128 gigabytes of storage, and there you get 256 for 100 less. That's a good question. I don't know who is going to buy the Pixel 10 at full price now. Sorry, Google fans, I feel like I'm just talking to myself here, but in my opinion, Google has a problem. The iPhone 17 is a phone for everyone, and obviously it's going to be the best-selling iPhone in the world this year. Another question, is there even any point in buying the Pro version now? Okay, let's unbox it. The first thing that catches your eye is the color. This is the iPhone 17 in green, or if you look at the official name, Sage. By the way, the color is similar to the OnePlus 13s. In total, there are 5 colors. What was missing in the iPhone 16? Low refresh rate, now fixed to 120 Hz. But besides that, there's now an all-vision display, improved screen protection, and an anti-glare layer, as well as new cameras, a new processor, a new wireless chip, fast charging, and, as I already mentioned, at least 256 gigabytes of storage. And all of this for the same price, $800. It's practically the 17 Pro, but $300 cheaper. Let's break everything down step by step. Design. And there's nothing to say about it. It's the same as the iPhone 16, and I like that. The same aluminum, matte edges, matte glass on the back. By the way, this isn't ceramic shield, it's just some regular glass. The phone itself has become a bit bigger and heavier, by 7 grams, due to the larger screen. Now it's not 6.1 inches, but 6.3. The bezels have also gotten smaller. And really, you can't tell the front of this phone apart from the Pro version. The 17th is basically the same screen with a refresh rate from 1 to 120 Hz. And how many Hz does the Pixel 10 have? From 60 to 120. Besides that, it has the same screen resolution as the Pro, the same brightness of 3000 nits, and ceramic shield 2 coating. Apple didn't cut corners on any aspect of the display. And that's the only thing that the base version and the Pro have in common. But the first significant difference is the cameras. There's no telephoto lens here, like in the 17 Pro. There's only a 4x optical and an 8x crop lens. But the other cameras are the same as in the Pro version. Shooting styles, macro photography, camera controls, all are available. The main camera has a resolution of 48 megapixels, just like last year. But there's a small deception here. The cameras are almost identical. The Pro has a larger sensor and more pixels. The aperture is different. The base version's aperture is 1.6, while the Pro's is 1.78, and the Pro version has second-generation stabilization. Is there a difference? Practically none. Honestly, you don't feel it with the iPhone 16 either. But now the ultra-wide camera has a resolution of 48 megapixels instead of 12, and that's exactly the same as in the Pro. And here, the differences with the 16th will be significant. The front camera, like in the entire lineup, has a resolution of 18 megapixels and a square sensor which allows you to take photos in any orientation holding the iPhone in any position. And even that's not all. Among the general updates is the new Apple N1 communication chip. It features Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, fast charging up to 50% in 20 minutes thanks to the new 40-watt adapter, and MagSafe at 25 watts. And here, there are no differences from the professional models, so everything I mentioned earlier is either the same as in the Pro or not much different. Now let's move directly to the specific differences. Well, as I already mentioned, it doesn't have a telephoto lens, no LiDAR, and no studio quality microphones. It also can't record video in 4K at 120 frames per second. The processor is different. Apple A19. Instead of 6 GPU cores, it uses 5. The RAM is not 12 gigabytes but 8 gigabytes. But in reality, this doesn't affect anything. There's no vapor chamber here, and that could affect the temperature during gaming. But by the way, the iPhone 17 doesn't heat up like the iPhone Air, which has the A19 Pro. Also, there's no ceramic shield glass on the back cover. The USB 2.0 version works slowly, and that's it. Is there anything critical about this? By the way, the iPhone 17 is already 30 grams lighter than the iPhone 17 Pro, and you can really feel it. And compared to the Air, which costs $200 more, the base version has stereo speakers and a better quality battery, plus it charges faster. In the end, is there any point in getting the Air? Now let's talk about battery life. Take a look at the battery chart. The battery in the 17th model has increased compared to the 16th. There will be no differences between the eSIM only and NanoSIM plus eSIM versions, and even in the version with 2 NanoSIM cards. At the moment, I can say that the screen-on time of the iPhone 17 is about 10 hours. This is a very good result, on par with the iPhone 17 Pro and even more than the iPhone 16. It's still far from the 17 Pro Max, but the result is much more interesting than on the iPhone Air by 2 to 3 hours. In short, no matter how much bloggers praise the iPhone Air, I remember the 13th mini iPhones. Everyone praised those too. It was a great phone, but it didn't sell well. Everyone either bought the base version or the big iPhone. It'll be the same story here. So what's the downside of the base model? A 120Hz screen, durable glass, 2 cameras, which are enough for most people, matte edges, good battery life, and up to 500 gigabytes of storage. So what's the catch? Overall, the base version has only one real drawback, and that's the slow USB. But honestly, it's just twice as slow. Maybe that's not so bad after all. I like the base 17. It really is a universal solution for everyone. And all the engineering knowledge gained from the iPhone 17 Pro will be forgotten in a week. Another week later, you'll forget how thin the iPhone Air is. In short, the base version is good. Thanks for the like and subscription. See you in the next video.